We have always been one of the largest acquirers of grocery-anchored shopping centers across the country, really for probably the last 20 years. And we are excited that that market is becoming more liquid. It was a really difficult year last year, probably one of the most difficult acquisition years we've had in almost 30 years of doing this.
I'm here today with Jeff Edison, Chairman and CEO of Phillips Edison and Company. Jeff, thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me.
How do you describe the macro operating environment for PECO today, and how are you positioned to react?
The macro environment today is about as good in our space as it's been in a long time. We are focused in the grocery-anchored shopping center business, basically selling necessity goods 3 miles from your house. And with that format, the consumer continues to be resilient, and we continue to have tailwinds where there's a ton of demand for our product from the retailers, and there's very little new supply. So those two dynamics are driving really good operating environment for us.
And is there a common theme or question that investors are raising with PECO, and how are you responding?
Yeah, I think the question it's funny because I think the question has been a consistent question for probably the last 2 or 3 years, and that is what's happening with the consumer. And obviously for us in the retail side, what the consumers' habits are and their expectations are what drive a lot of our business. And so that is a question we consistently get. And the customer has remained resilient. And I think the driver is as employment stays strong, the consumer continues to buy. And as long as they are confident that they can get another job if they lose their job, you're going to see the consumers stay strong. Probably not as strong as they were during when they were getting checks during the pandemic, but still staying very strong. And our retailers are telling us that they're seeing those results on the ground at their stores.
And is there a particular project or initiative currently underway at PECO that you are especially excited about in terms of its ability to generate growth and enhance shareholder value?
Yeah, I think the thing for us has really been that we're excited about is the optionality for external growth. We have always been one of the largest acquirers of grocery-anchored shopping centers across the country, really for probably the last 20 years. And we are excited that that market is becoming more liquid. It was a really difficult year last year, probably one of the most difficult acquisition years we've had in almost 30 years of doing this. But the market is starting to get price recognition as they do. That's creating opportunities for us to continue to grow our portfolio externally through buying the number 1 or 2 grocery anchored center in a market that we're familiar with. So we're excited about the external growth opportunities that's going to present for us, and we're hopeful that we continue that out through the year.